Well, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Bare Bones. So welcome to my gameplay series, Deus Vult. This is going to be where I take my Templar skins out and I put it on my favorite unit, which is the Claymores. And I try to use that unit the whole game. So this is going to be an entire match of keeping the Claymores alive, while also trying to get as much damage done as possible. Now, in the subsequent video of the defense of this siege, I'm not successful. I don't keep them alive the whole time, but they do a lot of damage. So that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm going to try and keep these guys alive the whole match. So we'll see how I fare. You can see I charge in here, full freedom, Claymore strike. I'm going to pull them out because that's how I do it. Because you gotta strike and get out before your buff ends, and you're walking like this. So I'm sitting here on a Sunday morning. Strange enough, I recorded part 2 yesterday. So I'm sitting here on a Sunday morning. Got my coffee. I did a initial little strike. Now I'm going to come up here and heal what's left. I got to hit the heal point a lot. And you may as well, because your cry for freedom is on cooldown. So you may as well be in the, in the supply point healing. And looking pretty good. Nice robes. Now, this is funny coming up. This guy, and this is why I say, like, these Claymores can really assassinate people when they want to. I just roll in, hit the Claymore strike, and they just kill him. Yeah, he's just murdered. So, and I come back to the supply point because that's my reflex, and I realize I don't really need to be back here. So I'm going to just check the map and go do some stuff. The thing is about I love this map. This they really outdid themselves when they put this map together, Le Grand Gloire, or however you pronounce it. Because there's so many different ways to get into places. There's so many ways for a guy who likes to flank to actually do the flank. So I'm going to come up here and get in on this fight. And again, I want to kind of be that impact damage as the fight is already in progress. I don't like being the first guy in. I mean, I will, but I don't like being the first guy in. Look how spread out my guys are. But I mean, they're in there, they're fighting. And I decide to pull out again, because you only get a few seconds and then you got to go. I usually stick around just a couple seconds to make sure everyone gets out, and then they're gone again. Oh, that's good coffee. Yeah, so I obviously don't go back all the way. I decide to hold here because the guys aren't damaged all that much. Now they're good again. They're moving quick. Now come back up here, and I was going to wait for the bridge to be made, but I realized I don't really want to sit there and take that archer fire, so I pull out. I'm going to follow the pack again. I usually don't charge into pikes unless I can knock them down myself, but since they're already in the fight, I decide to go on in. Like, cause I'll charge a pike unit if I can get my class of shields into it. And I don't want to take archer fire, so I move them around. This was a waste. I actually wasted that shot. I don't know why I did it, but I didn't get any kills out of it. And again, I'm back to the. I have one guy that's hurt, so I'm back to the point. And you spend a lot of time moving around looking for that good hit. If you have to, you'll take a subpar hit, but I'm looking for that good flanking hit if I can get it, near my own guys. Obviously, I need to be able to retreat back to my own guys because of the debuff. But sometimes you might be able to get that flanking hit, and there's nobody else around but you and him, and it might be a silver area that you can wipe out immediately, right? So that would be a reason to do it. I decide I'm going to go up this ladder, and I look at what's at the top, and I change my mind. Because to charge off that into that, I just wouldn't be able to make it. So I send them back. I do get in, like I said, I do finally get that opening I'm looking for, but I got to look for it first, and you got to kind of be willing. You got to kind of be willing to pull back. Like, I know I'm not going to get any return, like a lot of return. Like, I'll kill somebody when I go through there, obviously, but I'm not going to get enough of a return to make wasting the unit enough. I want a 2-to-1 exchange with the Claymores at least, right? If I can get more than that, fantastic, but I want that 2-to-1 exchange, and so I'm looking for that 2-to-1 exchange. And I mean for the match, right? I don't mean like each fight. I mean for the match, I want at least a 2-to-1 exchange. Naturally, if I can get a higher than that, I mean, I'm going to be pleased. This is funny. I come up here, I see a dude up there taking the point, and or he was trying to, and then these guys show up, and I figure I'm going to charge into that because it's just men-at-arms, right? So I figure I'm going to charge into that, and then the whole thing comes up, and I do the charge, but I changed my mind midway. I tried to send them back, but I guess I missed it. I stopped their charge. I realized my guys haven't moved yet, so I got to send them back. Get them out. And I stay there simply because they're not chasing my guys, right? So I let them kill me, I guess. Although if I could have got away, I would have. But I stayed there so I knew my guys were getting away, and then I retreated them. So the first half of this fight didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but my unit is still there. And I respawn, and I try, and I come at this from a different approach now. Because I sat there and thought about, okay, I'm gonna come a different way. I don't know why this guy is using a medium armor with a sword and shield, but there you go. So I spawn in. And I decided I'm going to come at it from the front, because really that's what Claymores are. They're like a frontal charge unit, as crazy as that sounds. And the reason they're a frontal charge unit is because you still hit pretty hard, but you can retreat back through your own troops. And I can't stress that enough. You have to be able to retreat to your own lines. If you can't, then you're going to get wiped out, right? So. And this is this is very good, right? I'm in the Zerg, bring the boys up. Knightly Vows, in we go. Classic shields, again, like I said, knock that shield down, or that pike unit down. For freedom, Claymore strike. Oh, the cavalry hits, but they don't do enough damage, I don't think. So I'm still moving, so I get the guys out. Fairly decent shape, but I think I'm gonna send him back. I should send him back at this point. I don't know why I didn't, but I should. Yeah, I know I want to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that upper floor one is really hard to tag for some reason. I don't know why. And if you're wondering how to play Claymores, unfortunately this is it. You have to keep sending them back to get healed. Because they do have that good impact damage when they do it. And naturally, the more bots you have in the fight, the more damage you're going to do. So keep your bots alive if you can. And you may as well go back, because like I said, you've got a huge cooldown on for freedom, so you may as well go back and get them healed up. If you can. Like, I mean, if you can't, you can't. But if you can, go back.
We're unstoppable. Close order. Stand ready. Stand here.
These are just serfs. I'm not too worried about those. Now this is interesting. Like, I could probably hammer that with a frontal charge and get away with it with my classy shields, but those spearmen for some reason have gotten a little bit more beefy these days, and it's possible that I won't get in there with the classy shields. I would have to come down the side. So I'm looking at this, and I decide I'm going to go around, because that's what fast guys are going to do. Now, it's going to be a flank hit, but the way I look at it is I can just retreat back to my troops, right? So, decide to do a heal, and then I should be going around in the corner in a second. Okay, here we go. And that's the beauty of these guys, because they're so fast. If you want to flank, you can flank. And I think I can. As I'm going through here, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get away with this because of where we're sitting. Right, there is probably no one going to be able to come up my butthole. I'm going to be able to get a rear charge in. And I see I do see the trebuchet coming, and that's why I stay where I am, so I can get the guys back. Right. Trying to use them to kill this guy, but I think they went slow. Yeah, they're slow now. But the friends come up. That worked well. I mean, between the nuke and the Claymore charge. And I really like it when I get someone in the back with no repercussions. Because that's not something I would look for as a Claymore. I would try to stay as close to my friends as possible, even though I really want to flank and get around the back. But you have to kind of resist that urge, unless, like I said, you've got a situation like what we just did, and you figure you can get away with it, right? And sometimes you guess right, and sometimes you guess wrong. That time I guessed right. The only problem is that usually you want other people to attack first. Like sometimes I will, but usually you want other people to attack first. And this is one of those sometimes I'll attack first kind of times. Oh, I don't want to run into that because I haven't got my classic shields up. I'll pull them out. Come on, go around. Like I said, there's a lot of things I'm saying. Like usually you want this, maybe you want that, and it's all situational. Like it's all like, well, this time I killed that guy. No, this time I did go in first, but usually I don't, right? And that's really the key is knowing when to break your own rules. Sunday morning coffee. I'm at basically about maybe half health here, like as in for troops. And I keep using them right up until I hit like 9 or 10. And then I tend to throw them in for one last glorious charge and we'll get another unit. But this time I'm not doing that because I want to keep them alive the whole way and see just how well I can do with them. Then I see that we're actually capping, so I pull in to get into the cap. And then I go through, but I want the cap, I want the points. And there we go, victory. 982. That's not bad. Like I said, but when you consider though that one unit did that, one unit got this score. Top 5, not bad. But you can see I didn't pull anything else, and it was a lot of fun. I like doing that, right? I like playing, where how long can I keep the unit alive? How long can I? But not just alive, but effective, right? And if you think about it. top 5 superior with 1 unit. That's pretty effective. You know, that's pretty decent. So, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's kind of cool. So look for the next video, part 2. It's going to be me defending the siege. I do much better. Unfortunately, the Claymore unit does die because I use it a lot. But it's a decent amount of fun. Anyway, so here's another gameplay video. I'm gonna keep trying to put more out because people have been asking for it. So I'm gonna put them out. Anyway, cheers. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later.